Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Josh and today we will be repotting some of these gorgeous Nepenthes that I have here. Some of these need repot desperately, some don't need it as much, but I might as well just go ahead and get it done. This one specifically though, it's in a pretty small pot for the size plant and it's drying out pretty quickly. This one is a gorgeous specimen. It is Peltata crossed with Maximus Stenophylla lowii Rocovicii. Nice complex hybrid. Absolutely love it. Next one that needs a repot is this guy. This one is Bocarensis crossed with Vicii Candy Dreams. It's a pretty vigorous grower and it's starting to get root bound, so it's about time for a repot. This one is Nepenthes Valiant Vortex from Predatory Plants. This is the Barrio Best Vicii they have. This one's a winner for sure. Stripes, it grows very fast. Yeah, this one needs a repot as well. And finally, the one we're doing is this little Sibionensis. It's not doing the best, but it's right now under this kind of living sphagnum moss. It's kind of dried out right now, but under that it's just like pure cocoa croutons, that kind of substrate. Very little to no moss. And someone told me that Sibionensis does not really like that and prefers sphagnum moss, so I'm gonna just change out the media and just keep it in it's the same pot. But first I need to make some substrate. So I have a little bit here that's just dry. Need to rehydrate it, but I have the ingredients here to make some more. My ingredients are sphagnum moss. This is Chilean sphagnum moss, perlite, and cocoa croutons. So I'm just going to go ahead, dump everything into this little tub here. I pre-moistened this somewhat before recording. I stuffed a lot in this bag, so I might not use all of it. I'm going to say go ahead and stop there. And my ratios are not exact for these ingredients. I kind of just eyeball it. Put that off to the side. Get some of the cocoa croutons. These are real nice. I bought these off Amazon. And these have been washed by the manufacturer and by me a second time. So let's put all those in there. This is going to get mixed really well. And perlite. Make sure not to breathe the dust in, so it can cause some damage to your respiratory system. So I'm staying kind of far away from this as the dust goes up. Just going to go ahead and mix, trying not to agitate the perlite too much because again, don't want the dust. I'm just going to add some more water though, mix it down. This is looking pretty good. It's not soaked, so if I squeeze it, not little to no water is going to come out. So yeah. About ready to go. I'm actually just going to put a towel down real quick just under everything just so I can minimize the mess a little bit because I don't like cleaning up. Okay, so that is cleaned up now. We have a towel down. This is just an old towel that I don't care to get messy. So let's go ahead, pick a plant. So I'm just going to go for the largest one first. You can see how big of an upgrade this is going to get. So this will be very sufficient for a while. But first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see about how much I need to pre-fill the pot. So you can see this pot goes about halfway down the bigger pot. So I'm just going to start by filling up the pot halfway. I'm not compacting it down a lot. I'm just like patting it down. Like that. Then I will take the pot, gently massage it. You can see how loose this plant is in here. I'm going to gently massage it. Then while it's upside down, I'm going to gently pull until the pot comes out clean. If there's a lot of roots, the entirety of the sphagnum moss will be there. And you can see the roots. It's not focusing, but those black lines are the roots. So I'm just going to lower it in. And actually, I'll show you a technique that I've used before. It's a little difficult to get it just right, but it could work out. So what you're going to do is just place the pots where the plant's going to go. This is the old pot. And then I'm going to just start filling soil around it, around the pot. The idea is once that soil goes all around the sides to the top of the big pot, once you take the small pot out, it will leave a hole that's perfectly sized for the root ball that the plant has on it. I'm glad I put that towel down because I'm making a mess. The walls I am packing down a little bit. This will help in the end. Okay, so you can see, filled it all the way around. Quick little push to compact it. And then as I take it out, you will see that it leaves a hole the size of the pot. You should, if everything went well, you should just be able to lower this in. I need to push it. And there's that. And you can see it is still a little loose in there, so I'm just gonna put some more around the base of the plants. Start filling up the pot to the top again. Make sure it's nice and secure around the stem of the plants. And that is the finished product. It's gonna grow much bigger in here. I can already feel it. So that is the Potata Maxima Stenophylla Loei Rocovichii. So I'm going to set that aside and go on to the next one. Okay, next one's going to be the Bocarensis Veitchii Candy Dreams. This is the latest picture and it's awesome. Super nice. But since this pot isn't a super big increase from the last one, putting soil around the pot and then placing it in the hole will not be as effective. I'm just gonna take it out of the pot, again gently massage, just to loosen up the soil and roots a little bit. Gonna pull it out. Came out nice and easy. Check the roots, they look good, they look healthy. Just gonna put a little on the bottom of the pot. And place it in. And then I'm just gonna fill soil all around the roots. And now it is nice and snug in the new pot. Make sure to replace the name tag so you know what it is. And that's it. This one doesn't really need a repot quite yet, but I might as well do it. The roots haven't grown too much, but the plant's exploding with growth and they would appreciate it later on, so might as well. And if you want to, just to reduce the mess, you can even just like do this inside the container you have the soil in. And there's that beautiful Veitchii in a bigger pot. And finally, we have the Sibunensis. So I'm gonna just gonna start removing this live sphagnum. It's pretty dry, so it tears apart pretty easily, but you can see it's not really a moss down there. So yeah, it doesn't have a big root system, so it kind of just pulled out. You gotta be gentle with it, but there are the roots, not very much. It has a pretty tall stem though for the size. So yeah, fresh media is gonna be great for this. I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this media. I'm just gonna put it in this pot that the Bocarensis Veitchii was in, but just because it's much sturdier than the one it was originally in. Okay, I'm just trimming it up. Getting rid of all the dead leaves, dead pitchers. Hopefully it'll do much better in this substrate. Mix up the substrate a bit. Give it a good base. Set it in there, and then you're just going to gently pile it in with some loose substrate. So then as you're holding it up, the substrate will fall around the roots and cover them up. And as you're filling around, you're going to gently push down just to compact it a little bit. And as you water this the first few times, it's going to slowly compact in. So it's almost going to look like you're losing soil, but it's just compacting. Okay, that's looking really good. Now the real challenge is to find room for these in the grow tent. As you can see, we're pretty filled up in here, so I'm gonna have to find some way to put them in. Might have to do a little bit of rearranging. But thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them. But have a good day, guys. Don't forget to water your plants, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.